part 3. So thanks for sticking around through all of them. I want to talk a little bit about the kind of the weekly gatherings that we're starting to have now. So again, we're trying to plant a church, and one of the things that we've been doing along that way is having kind of a weekly, sort of like a church service in our homes. So Kat's actually been meeting monthly until we got here with some of the ladies from the town that are interested in being a part of the new church. And she would host them at her house for a time of singing and prayer and learning from God's Word. And after we got here, we decided to try and expand that to a weekly gathering. So we're kind of rotating between our house and Kat's house and going back and forth. And yeah, having those times there. And so we actually got to host the gathering this past Sunday, and that was our first time hosting it. So we definitely thank everyone who contributed to the Miyako fundraiser. We were able to use a lot of the things that we purchased from that this past Sunday. We got the tables and chairs and a piano and a projector and all of that stuff we were able to use. So just a great help, and it's glad to see it's already being put to good use. But yeah, it was neat. We had a nice time with the people here. So right now, the people that are sort of connected to that, we have 2 ladies from the town that have been coming on a pretty regular basis. There's one couple, and usually the wife comes. I don't think the husband has come yet, because up until now it's been all ladies, and I don't think maybe he didn't feel comfortable going with him being the only guy there. But the couple, they're kind of working with another ministry about 45 minutes away from here that does a lot of stuff on Sundays, but that ministry is coming to a close in March. So from March, they want to be more of a part of our church plant, so they're going to be coming up here. And so hopefully we'll be seeing more of them going forward. And yeah, so that's kind of the local people that have expressed some interest in being a part of the church plant. And so we're hoping to work with them and to disciple them and to train them and to bring them into ministry work, because we need more workers than just me and Kat and Tomo. But we're praying that God will raise up the local people in the town to really not just attend the church service, but to really be a part of reaching out to the people in Miyako. We also had another young guy show up this past Sunday at our house, and he just moved to a town an hour north of us, and there is no evangelical church in his town. And he was going to a sister church of Morioka Bible Baptist Church. He was going to Mizusawa Bible Baptist Church, so about an hour south of us. And so he was trying to find out where the closest Baptist church was, and he found out that Morioka was doing a church plant in Miyako, and so he drove an hour down to get to us because there were no other churches in his area to attend. And that's kind of the reality here, is that there's a lot of these towns that just don't have a church, and that if there's a believer in that town, they've got a pretty long drive to go and to get connected. So we're really encouraged to see that he had that heart to maintain that connection. I think a lot of people, they just sort of wander away when they get into that situation because there's no support, there's no one to minister to them, to help them to grow. So we're hoping that he'll be able to continue to come and be a part of the work that's going on here as well. It was a really good and encouraging time. I got to share one of the sermons that I gave in Morioka, and actually gave it also in America. Got a chance to share in Japanese once. It was a sermon about spiritual growth, and it kind of, I think, set up a lot of the stuff that we hope to do here in Miyako. And what I said there, and I think is kind of true of, again, in general, what we hope to do is we want to see the church really to grow in 2 ways. And the first is we want to see it grow in numbers. And we kind of see this group that we have that's kind of gathering now as sort of the seed of that new church. So we want to see that seed grow into a tree that bears fruit, that blesses the whole town. And to do that, we want to see it grow in numbers. We want to see God bring more people to salvation, and see the friends and relatives and neighbors of those few believers in town who have been coming. We want to see them start inviting them and bringing them in, and see them come to faith and come to salvation. And through that, to see this little church plant grow to a sustainable number, to have this group of believers that is functioning and working and serving together and worshiping together, and has a heart to reach out and to minister to the city of Miyako. The second way we want to see the church grow is we want to see the people in the church to grow spiritually. We want to see them grow in their understanding of the Bible. We want to see them grow in their knowledge of Christ's love. We want to see them grow in character and in godliness and in holiness and in love. And we want to see them grow in their ability to minister and to reach out. We want to disciple them and help them to become fellow ministers in this city, because again, it's a work that is far beyond anything that me and Tomo and Kat and the three of us can really do on our own. We need to be discipling the local believers to be a part of that work, to bring them into it. And then when they bring people in, to disciple those people. And we need every single person in the church to be not just an attender, but a minister. We need to see them grow spiritually into that, so that God can really use them to reach this city. And so that's kind of our heart, is to see the church grow in those two ways. And kind of that's where we got to go from here, is to figure out how to do that, because it's been amazing these past few weeks to get involved in the different things that the church plant has been doing, and that Morioka Church and that Kat has been doing, to get to participate in that. And the next thing going forward, we got to figure out how to take all of these different things and pull them together into a new church that grows, that flourishes, that takes root, and that becomes this visible presence in the city that can continue to minister to the people of Miyako on an ongoing basis. So we thank you for your prayers and support, and just ask you to pray for that God will do that work. And we look forward to coming and sharing with you guys next time when we get to episode 3. But before that, I think we've got a couple of other videos to come, so stay tuned for those. And we'll see you guys later.